Hello, everyone. RBG Kim Kid here, back with some more Final Fantasy 14. How y'all doing? It's been a while. It's been a week since I live streamed Final Fantasy 14, but I have not been playing Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 like almost every other day. Almost. Like I'm on good adventure, so that's good. I'm trying my best to get to these so I can, you know, keep getting them, but it is gonna be a while. These are... but yeah. Yeah, we made it through the dome that appeared in 2 streams prior. And now we're kind of learning that time advanced here and such, so it's really cool. But anyway, guys, as you all know, I live stream on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Go roughly for 3 hours, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. It kind of all depends on how things are going. Currently, guys, I'm live streaming Final Fantasy 14, obviously. I have a feeling there's like going to be at the least 3 streams left. At the most 4 streams. So, yeah. And honestly, the 4th one could end up being one of those where I only do like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 MSQs. But then I'd probably just go around and do some like miscellaneous stuff. Maybe I'd do like that job quest that came up early on in the series here. But yeah. And I'm also live streaming Black Myth Wukong as well. That just started. Started streaming that on Tuesday. So yeah, so that'll be... And I wrapped up streaming Elden Ring Shadow of the Air Tree. So now we are back to only 2 games, which is good. Because not that I don't mind streaming 3 games, but sometimes it does get a little... Woof. But yeah. Alrighty. Without further... Oh yeah, of course, guys, I release a video every single day as well at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Or at 8 a.m. if it's a day that I'm streaming. Currently, guys, we have Cat Quest 2 coming out. That game is fun. Though the videos are definitely a little bit longer than how I had them for Cat Quest 1, but not by much, I feel like, so. Yeah. Alright, without further ado, let us learn how a day in the life is here. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let's head back to the farm we passed earlier. UP's Hollow it's called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're off to UP's Hollow. I don't think they announced... I don't think... Or was it announced when I last streamed Final Fantasy 14 that Final Fantasy 16 is coming out to PC next week? Yeah, very soon. So that's actually kind of cool. Allow me to introduce you Mausha, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad farmer techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she has shared with the other farmers is what has allowed this place to flourish. Queen Sephi, to what do I owe this son's shower prayers? My apologies for the interruptions. I am come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, and so I invite them to show how our crops are grown. I do hope that it's all right. So the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of host would we be to deny them to look around? And I gather your majesty also intend to check out on things here? You know me too well, Mausha. I thought to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions, though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have her permission, so please walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go on ahead. I'll keep Sephi company. Don't misunderstand. I'm not the suspicious type. but given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, won't you say? A fair point, but be sure to not let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wuklamon's watchful eyes. Pray come find us after you've seen your full and spoken with the other farmhands. I like my drip that I have going on right here. I like it. I do wish I had like, because as you see, I'm wearing like the cybernetics arms of the people, and I do have the helmet too, but I don't want to cover my face. Music here is also very interesting too. This somewhat reminds me of a way of the Loporrits placed on the moon in a way, with how far in advance they are, but much more advanced than the Loporrits. Light levels appear to be fine. As for the power source, wish to know about my job? I tend to the fields mostly, watering the crops, keeping the soil fertile, and so on. I admittedly took some time until I fully understand how best to carry out my duties. I also manage the lamps we use in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. The land and sky being what they are, ensure a rich harvest makes for constant work. Honestly, I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, didn't grow up knowing much of anything about farming. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Oh, not familiar face. I got this the first time on site then. Oh, this here's the storehouse, rather than the entrance. The real storehouse is on the ground. Much more spacious and equipped with a temperature regulation system to keep the harvest from spoiling. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild beasts from wandering inside, which also makes it a valuable facility for breeding and raising livestock. We've even got a few beds down there for emergencies. My parents often complain about how Alexandrian technology and electrope complicates our lives. It's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my jobs, for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvest crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. The work is hard, I'll not deny, but I took great satisfaction in what we do. I mean, that's good. It's saying that you and yours are visitors from down the barrier. That's true. So it is, which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have a desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with life here in Alexandria. Saying that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here at Yuppie Hollow, we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Tending the animals is a joy. But I have to be careful not to grow attached. So it's a little sad when they're shipped off, but a job is a job. Well, I need to get back to it. But it was nice talking to you. Please give my regards to the Queen. Oh, it had a simple life, as I said. So, these squashes? I see. Don't try too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard-pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you have had your fill of speaking with the farmers. Now let's return to Mausha. Well, what are your impressions of the farm? Everything was surprisingly normal. I was amazed that everyone loves their work. The lecture was quite impressive. Everything was surprisingly normal. Oh, that's comforting to hear. Your words serve to affirm that my people do not work with undue strain. I feel like she was with everything, save for like that last. Well, maybe. And what do you think of our little tour, Lamity? What did you call me? Was that inappropriate? My apologies. I heard the others call you by that name and I thought... No, it's fine. As you said before, we're no need for titles and formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. The machines could be used to overcome so harsh an environment is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. The feeling is understandable, indeed. May still find the machinery behind me baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though. Acting up, you say? Me alone, my queen. It happens fairly often. But simply, it's taking in water that has a strong lightning charge. We think some creature has become charged up with energy and they're releasing it to the river we use as a source. The system would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with, but I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. We could take care of it if you'd like. That's the most generous of you to offer, but it's much too dangerous. Oh, not the trouble for the vow to resolve it to the early. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, if there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as that. And Andy here is even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take too long. Well then, I gracefully accept. But please take care. It's not to go fast if you and I search for lightning charge fiends on our own. Good hunting. Welcome to a day in my life. Welcome to a day in my fucking life. Excuse me. Fell cleave. up, 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 up. Ah, you're both alright, thank goodness. You really need to avoid so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all gone now. Of course I was worried. You're my dear guest. But thank you. We truly appreciate it. Indeed. Like this, we won't have to ask Zoraljar's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction of the people's protection. He thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen Svini. That's enough, Mauasha. If you have grievances, I will hear them later. But to speak of the king now. No, he's right. He's never been one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us tour the farm. Folks here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You can't have favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. You never failed to let us know how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Svini. That I'll admit. But you'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. What you'd be called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Come now, this is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. Now, I believe we are done with the farm. Let's move on, shall we? I think that was enough for me to level up. I need less than 1,000,000, so... Yep, there we go. Bum-ba-dum. On the cloud! Oh god, we're going on the cloud. Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts. I dare say your friends will also have returned by now. My thanks again for dealing with the fiends. Come and visit us anytime. Do you hear that? I feel like this will be a spoken one.
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
I'm glad you could make it.
What's going on? Oh, hello.
Are you with us?
Queen Svini has come to see you.
Oh, is this
We're
what she
here,
does when someone
Namika.
passes?
Everything is going to be all right.
Oh, walk.
What's the matter, dear?
Oh shit, is this her handmaiden? It is.
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
Aww.
Namika, it's me. Wuklamat.
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on, in us.
living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief.
Wait, where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
Lamati.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end. Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a Void Gate, or even with the Crystal Tower.
Oh, the Crystal
In
Tower.
essence,
Fuck.
we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding. I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphene's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
But of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder. Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain
Solution
invaluable
9.
insight into Alexandria's state of affairs. Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoraljar resides.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoraljar do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoraljar's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm. It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunder Yards? Is that where she is?
I'm afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get
What
into
was
this
that?
Everkeep anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
Does the memories of those people disappear when they...
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
Oh, God.
Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
What's going on? How could Peperon suddenly forget about Namikia? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to others as well, I wonder? There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namikia in the area. We can resolve afterwards at the Aetherite. The cloud! No woman named Namikia. I'm afraid I don't know that person. I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. Oh, so that's probably what happened to Erenvale's mother then. They forgot her. What's that? I know Namikia. Never met anyone by that name. I've worked on the outskirts for a good while now. If she spent time here, I would remember. Clearly not. I do recall caring for someone until recently. You say that it was a woman named Namikia? I can't say for certain if it was her. I won't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. Yeah, that doesn't fill me with confidence. That's no longer going to be spoken, is it? So it does the same for everyone. Not a single person named Namikia. It's as if the memory of her has been purged from their minds. While such a thing might be dark magic, to alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge of aether corresponding to the act too, and I sensed none in the moment. Neither did I, but I did know something else. Right before Pony seemingly forgot, a light in the device on his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cells. Who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't readily resolve the mystery about Namaki, perhaps we could search for Kakuya instead. Safrine said try the Thunder Yards. Should be in this direction. Probably not gonna like what we find there. What the hell? A little bot boy? Impossible. Another kind of mechanical soldier. It looks dangerous. We better destroy it. Ooh, ah! Should we give chase? I think it understood our words. Might be worth asking some questions. Hervel, are you alright? It looks like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. Well, it went off in the direction we're headed anyway. So let's try to track it down. Hey, oh buddy, you alright? Hey, yo. I also do need to go back to like all the other areas to get the rest of the aetherite channels so that I can fly in those areas. You found it? To the northeast. Then it must be bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. Find the flame, find the flame. 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 Find the flame. Trying to find the flame. Trying to find the flame. Strange voices coming from inside. So it's not alone. But we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. Still can't believe I haven't finished up this quest. There's Louise. This is a long ass quest. Hear them. Several people up ahead. I can't make out their conversations without the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard. Is it going back to being voiced now? That it is.
What is this?
Ironville!
A trap?
It really is you!
Huh?
Huh?
Who?
Huh?
I just have to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elderspirit!
So that's how you say the name.
My darling, what now?
Huh?
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. What are
Fuzzy
you
little
doing
bum
here?
bun.
What brings you all this way?
Are you alright?
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galoo Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Ellen Spirit was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope.
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
I'm sorry?
Oh, this won't do. Come in! Friends of my Elenosphere are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
Oh my god, like the old-timey music. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. But as to what's happened, we'll need to ask her. Let's hear what she has to say. Honestly, feel like this should be voiced, but I don't know if it will be. It's so wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Baldosia. It's been a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this? It's just a body that I control remotely. I use it for our operations. We're members of the resistance organization, Oblivion, we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Zoljaw's ambitions for conquest. As the leader, it's pertinent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see. Whimsical appearance notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are. Though truth be told, Oblivion was found for an altogether different purpose. And that is... As I expected, you've already noticed. Everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. That was a long time ago, and our mission statement was become more of a legend that's passed down to members. But the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zorja. Meh. But we failed to do that, and he's taken his army outside the dome. None of you wear those strange devices on your head. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It is a regulator, the pinnacle of electro technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulators expand his soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? I mean, people walk around carrying spare souls. They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation, to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Souls is a common resource, and payment for services rendered. That sounds fucked. void-sent practice of consuming others for their aether comes to mind. And similarly, I expect the act comes with some risk. Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds like that. Zero! Big, ugly. Does it dilute your sense of self? Won't the consciousness of others corrupt your own? That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? Then the reason everyone has forgotten Namaki's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so if they should suddenly die, the memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they perceive one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being is that regulators forcibly extract memories related to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people of Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. So this is what it means by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators, an integral step in soul cell production. That sounds fucked. Dead. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It's then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. That guy's excited. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here. On its stuff is similar to the Yo-Cube philosophy. I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, the system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used electrope to devise a means to save what lives they could so that a nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that Tural would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock for us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wished. This thing didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. So she also says she wants to help us stop Zorja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motive, she was given the people a choice. Live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just the person to show you. And as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. I was just accepting a quest. Everyone here? Good. It is the responsibility of the Thunder Yards hunters to fell any fiends found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. Whew. Q, what are you doing here? With so many friends. Apologies for the interruptions, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? And that's fine, I guess. Hold on. I assumed they were wearing special regulators like Queen Safina's crown. They're not wearing any at all. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. If they're struck by lightning or attacked by beasts. I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Dangerous side, there isn't really much to see. Kakua said you're a hunter. But wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to get out of this place? It would if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. The Thunder Yard being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, eh? These facilities are vital for the upkeep of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. Special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not too much trouble to ask. Of course, in which case it'd be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You all can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying with critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. Okay. I'm not sure I understand. I suppose we should each slay what we can. Alrighty. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Ooh, that a big boy. This one will do nicely. Are you a pugliest? We'll help you. It's fine, really. I face worse. Just watch. Don't like the look of this. Let us help. No. Watch out! Ah! Oh, she wants to see this. They want us to see how the souls thing works. 12 preserve. She needs healing. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. Oh, that's the overdrive. That's what Zorjaws use. Damn! Just like Zorja. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator. I think I understand now how Zorja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa. I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me. You empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. Remind the Superman soldier we encountered in Vanguard who did the same. So you've crossed paths with one of the King's elites. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourselves on souls. You could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they'd allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Oh, I should get back to work. Take care. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those of people and those of beasts. The souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about the souls of beasts? They work much the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of a chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Striker. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many and you'll become more beast than human. changing one's form through the souls of another beings. It becomes more and more reminiscent of void sight. Yet unlike the void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. The civilization and the reflections are surprisingly indeed. Ba, 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 ba. How we have thoughts and souls. For now, the important thing is we know what power Zoro has at his disposal. It is one thing to separate corporeal aether from the incorporeal aether, but to strip memories of the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Toriel's concern. With his newfound power, Zoro has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. The Void. Zero has been added. Souls. Embracing Oblivion. I trust you've gained insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all. But for now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. So there's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head to the tunnel. Ooh, this music. I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values. It's plain there's a wide gulf between Toriel and Alexandria. And while Zoljar knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within the enormous tower Everkeep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kakuna and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust. But the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zorja. Svein, too, claims to be at odds with the Kingdom of Resolve. I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead. It's simple, really. Their leader is Erenvale's mother. Meanwhile, while Svein may feel she's a ruler of this nation, there's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. Fair point. And knowing Zorja, we must assume that his arrangement with Svein was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we get would be welcome. Hold on. There's no guarantee that's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. But it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone Turiola. As you say, we have no proof that it is Kauchiuya. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war, striving or for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little of this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zorja for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Erinvale. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. But if I'm wrong, what if sentiment is clouding my judgment? It's a trap, and we'll deal with it when sprung. Show us the way of it with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll say no more. It's settled. Let's head inside to secure ourselves some new allies. Bum 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 bum. Bomb bomb. Alright, I had prayed this is voice because I need to go to the bathroom. Damn it! Kukuya, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We come here for no other reason than to strike down Zorja. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invade our nation and murder our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. Oh, that's probably what they were doing with the people that they killed over there. They were probably storing them as souls. I am prepared to do what I must. I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zorja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. Oh, I realize that this is sudden. That's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. Well, thanks, Tails. I hope you enjoyed Scarlet Nexus. It was a fun game. I did enjoy playing that, like, what was it, 2 years ago that came out? Still a fun game. If you had proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we've got ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you. My fuzzy little bum bun. He's all the reason I need. That's aside. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Thank you, Kakuya. Everyone, Together we'll achieve great things. I'm sure of it. Then let us not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zorja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides at the uppermost level. But while Queen's Fiend has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his comrades are privy to the information. Commanders. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it can only be the Queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zorja will eventually march on Toriol again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also a possibility that they'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother is always young to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuiola. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kohana, who bested him in the right succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of your presence here. At that I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. What do you mean? Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolute no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Conan instead. He'll attack Toliol again like he said he would. I see. If you believe this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Toliol requires that Zorja lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts to keep an eye on in day and night. Day and night. The stars at all, and not the stars is fun at night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. We're in regular contact with Jistola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. Are those like twins behind you? Because they look like twins. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zorja to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourself with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'd be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is, how do we get you through the checkpoint? And about that, Sphene said she'd make it so we could enter without issue. Did she? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the centuries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. We head out. Give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when working together. True that. Well, Oblivion has operatives all over. We're the main crew here. I'm Geode, the leader of this hideout. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Wayakiwi. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisionizing. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wayakiwa is a Tawantana name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right. Our mother's Tulianian, and our father's Alexandrian. They want to honor both cultures. They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. So what made you decide to join Oblivion? We want to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name. Years ago, he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to the hope that he'd be released. But when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We had already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now. Everyone who had known him. That bastard. Even here he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I'm sorry I didn't mean to darken the mood. Oh no. I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while my name is a Watan name, I have the faintest how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see with my own eyes our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You meet others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts all. On Ellisfin, one last thing. It isn't exactly the right place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Kochiya. She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. Cake. I got the cake. I was about to say, is there a meanwhile showing up? Because I feel like it's been on black for too long for it not to.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont.
Yeah? Fuck you.
No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require.
I'll be right back. Going to go to that.
Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but Is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Uklamat and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Uklamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliolal.
So obviously I didn't watch, but I was able to hear the cutscene. But damn.
What now?
Again, I like the music that's playing right here. This old, like, timey sound of, I can't remember the name, but it's really cool. Yeah. All right, Solution 9 time, baby. Right, Chuchua is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Yeah. No, god damn it. Time. Rolling on the bounce of time. We've got a couple quests there. Those are probably for the Aether channels. That usually is the case, is like after a while they just become that, so. Ah, there you are. If Queen Safina has registered you as a guest, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zoljar's minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Safina has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass if you'd be so kind. Outrunner guide unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 combined citizens identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome, guest of Queen Safine. What a relief. There you have it. Since the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
It's something.
There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the light back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Safine and Zeralja's dominion, do you not?
You had me to explore. You need to better understand what we're dealing with here. You've had me to explore.
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Safine's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. The elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That, I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in him. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Alanashpir, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Towers inside a tower? I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Why is there like 3 in that space? Crossroad already. This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I made my mind. Let's head to that building there. This looks like the place where we would go to do our stuff with our
Ah, there you are, Lamati.
with fucking god damn it, why can't raids? There we go, the raids.
Sphene!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this, then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But, unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
And that's why we're here, because we'll kill him in his own place.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulichola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Never fear, I'll be alongside her.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
The Queen's Tour. Oh yeah, that definitely is the location of where we do the raid exchanges and such. Let's begin, shall we? I must say I'm very grateful. This place is so vast and confusing. I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are stationed near linoids, what you call aetherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Don't lose your way! Now then, seeing as it is right here, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. Don't lose your way to find a man. Here you can participate in raids when you beat the MSQ. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you've observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? Don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing I don't know, beyond it. That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep. Allow us to swiftly move between faraway places. If this will spare us some walking, are they also made for the strange metal what's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electro. As a matter of fact, the ores is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By enacting an arcane circuit upon it, electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind production flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. And you even see the male Moogle right there. See, there's the male Moogle. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and is employed in devices such as steel lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups to keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if converted to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it's possible to alter one's appearance. It's almost scary what you can do with electrope. It's such a wondrous material that existed in our world. I imagine everyone will be fighting over it. The shop's over here. What does it sell? Ah, yes. Let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. I do think there is more going on with her than what she's given on. Yeah, this is where everyone does the... This is where everyone will be here when the stuff comes up. Oh yeah, I was supposed to see you. Aren't you a mender? $6.75, so definitely not. I mean, people probably would buy that. Oh, it is better than what I currently have. $6.75, yeah, it's better item level than what I currently have on. But I don't need it. What I do need is my stuff repaired, though. Even though it's not by much, but... Yep, script exchange. Just collect a little prizer. Which I kind of just unlocked collections not too long ago, so. This shop sells food. These are the items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. The countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on this platter are most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Select the item that interests you. Slab of pink hexagons. The synthetic fruit pellet. They're our best approximation of the taste and texture of grapes. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. Liquid-filled pouch. Ah, the revigorating tonic. I take it you're thirsty. The flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to this special container. Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs, packed with a single foodstuff. Flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Ah, yes, the salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their vigor. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it'll help you efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of the stuff either. Black and yellow tin. This here is a fucking bomb. This here is a cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's slightly more vulnerable. This particular produce is known as Gold Label, and it's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plate of the 4th level. Go with the meal bar. Yes, I was thinking about the steak, but I was like, nah, we'll go with the meal bar. Wow, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. And I knew Luke Lamont was going to go for that anyway. Thank you for your custom. This being a Majesty Treats is bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. Ah! Make a spectacle out of it. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Andy. Let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Following Wicklemont's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing. I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like roll knock, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Ah, don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Pretty good. Ah, it's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. That does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Turiel first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embrace our differences. Alright, what about you, Safine? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now. Thank you. Alright, but what's your favorite food if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed. And my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food? Is it such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us food, I find I can't settle on one thing. Ha, I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. Ah! Alright, who's watching us? Ah, baby! Okay. Let's continue onward. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in parts so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you've seen enough here and we'll make our way. Let me go get that. Well, actually, that's the residential, so I'm pretty sure that's where we'll be going. Ready? Let's head to the residential sector. It lies in the southwest. As we walk, I would be gladly to tell you about any places of interest that we come upon. And yep, we're walking with them, and yeah. Man, I wonder what all those people over there are doing. This is Mossack, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see. In Turiel, there's a similar establishment called Yakshul Altai. That's seashell in the local town. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's a Huon, who resembles some Toawata, the tall and graceful Eleti, and the diminutive and affable Milawa. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they served tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Turiel dish, and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes. Definitely. We'll make it happen once we restore peace to Turiel. Right, let's continue on. Okay. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one's bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandria have apartments here. Makes you wonder. I'm here to visit some people. The apartment is in the building on the left here in the residential radius 914. Residential radius? That's right. Come, the door opens automatically. So I've been playing, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance to do the rest of the stuff that I have left to do in that game. But it also got me to the kick to wanting to play Soul Hackers 2 again. So I had to make some room for Wukong. So I had to make some room, and I brought that over. So I was like, oh, there we go. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see. And what does that machine there do? Ah, the concierge. They look after residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Is that so? I have no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Hey, Safine, can anyone live in this place? Naturally. In fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. This is a place. A mother and son live here. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that all right? Of course. Friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please make yourselves at home. How's Milos been? Milos? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing. And even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sphinx visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You need more about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that. But you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sveen. Aw. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy. For your mother and for me. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is a part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like me will smile again. That sounds like that's going to be something that'll be kind of like the, maybe not the main story of like the updates between this and the next expansion, but that's kind of what it sounds like it'll be. Like they'll tackle that during that period. Or I could be entirely wrong, and it's something they tackled during this too, so you never know. Okay, I read that. Her people, her family. Well, let's continue to her, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to. Sins to look after. We can stop here if you like. No. I do this because I want to. So please, do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities. A place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by the way of Laynode 9, where the Aetherite is situated. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the governor's sector, where Resolution is located. The markings on a conveyor indicate its directions, and there's a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Andy. Ah! And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential service assistance,
such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
I'm keen to learn too.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during
This
which
sounds like
time
Final
severe
Fantasy IX
thunderstorms
music.
ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war, known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
And putting in mind the flood of light, just like the flood of darkness, sounds an awful like an umbral calamity. Yeah, umbral calamity.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
This is gonna be interesting.
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9.
Well, as long as you don't get stabbed.
I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right, I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamulja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
As much you can't say because she's scared of the spies in the eyes.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat,
but I must disappoint you.
Great. What was the theme going to tell us, I wonder? Well, it can wait for another time. Been exploring for a while now and should probably go to Calcus's meeting point. That'd be back the way we came, I think. Love the music for this place too. This theme genuinely cares for the people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of the Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Scales of blue. So we're supposed to go to a place called True View in the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Andy. To my new axe. That's pretty cool. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting waiting, we might as well explore a bit more. Huh? Andy, look over there. A little jaw child? What are they doing here? You noticed too, right? The resemblance to Zorja. This is child. The blue scales of a bon noir with the features of a hope eagle. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. Whoa.
So this is True View. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. It looks like a massive PC part. Those fans and everything. That building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. Is that the Archeon? Whoa! I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? You run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright, then lead the way. Once you choose to depart, Wukulman will accompany you. The blue scale hobo child will begin moving towards the destination. Leave Wukulman behind for any reason? Yeah. Is this where you want to bring us? What is this place? If you're meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? So you're still not inclined to talk. He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy too. Sure. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kachukiya. But we ran into the child on the way here, and he led us here. Ah, so you're with Kachuya. Oh, is this bad or good? In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tasso there. He'll show you to a fun place. What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. That has taken a turn for the strange, but you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Damned if this doesn't have suspicion written all over it. Suspicious. I just have that one and that one left to attune, and then I think I've attuned all of them all. What is this fun place meant to be? Is Kachuya there? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Ooh, I like that. Gives you teeth. This area is normally off limits, but Stuart's told us about you. Just follow the corridor and head to the room at the end. Let's go, Andy. Whatever happens, you won't catch me by being surprised. Watch her being caught by surprise now.
Wonderful! They're here!
Wonderful!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point. That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order.
Oh, your father and mother!
They were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents. The founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves.
Makes sense, I suppose.
I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help.
Unless the storage device on the earring has their information.
Our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Peruse? What a funny word. Peruse.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Like, where's Aaronball? Why isn't he down here?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Oh, there he is.
I've buggered it up again!
I buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind.
I'm sorry I wasn't paying
don't.
attention to him too. Like, I wasn't really paying attention too much to like the visuals of the cutscene, more so the words.
Oi! You two there! Why don't you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
You look like my Elden Ring character. So you had to see me passion spilling over. Happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know. And not to be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you. As if we've met in another life. Any road, as I was saying. I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now. Not a single wink.
and I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to, though. Got folks relying on me. Hello. But if I'm to keep at it, I need ye to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. That voucher's good for 2 cans. One for yourself by way of welcome. Can't get that stuff out of any old vending machine, though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. You'll find him taken to a bar on the main strip. Off you go now. Welcome. What are you having? Energy tonics you can't get from vending machines. How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you! Away with you and don't come back! Got a voucher. It's up to me then. Nice and subtle. Ah, so you're collecting for Jonald. I can for him, I can for you, eh? Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners. Gentler than the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities. But the Rodania Consortium was made aware of my special selection to be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's the first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there's side effects. You drink the tonic to a single pull. Here. Now that's how you do it. Your pulse all quick and soon, after which you'll start to see everything more clearly, and then finally you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. Well, you haven't upped and carkled yet, so hurry along and give Granark his tonic. Tends to leave it at the last moment, and I expect he'd be keeled over.
Got the tonic. Get it here quick. Ah, that's the stuff. Ain't nothing like this to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Awakens something feral in me, it does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast, but won't stop till it's done what it was born to do. Hey, Road. Sorry for setting you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without me tonic, you know. And the pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. Those weapons and tools ain't gonna enhance themselves. Okay.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the Drift Downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Guluja.
Guluja!
It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own, but just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days, and where should he turn up but in the wilds near Everkeep?
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunderyards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Guluja is Zoralja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
It'd be a little awkward.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's Galulja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Oh, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Alrighty. We must go save the child. Or find the child. Good old Ja is outside the tower. We need to find him quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, the wilds are still no place for a child. Agreed. While Crown and Raha continue reviewing the data, 3 of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. Little footballs. Forgotten footballs and bleeding ash. Heart of ember, momentine. Dawn swiftly begins to fade, fade away. Fade away. Heart of ember, momentine. Gone swiftly bleeding out. Well, here we are outside. Where do we even begin? Perhaps someone has caught sight of Ghoul Ja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Could you hand the outskirts, Alize? In the meantime, Annie and I will head beyond that big wall. Where these defective turrets are at. Ghoul Ja doesn't appear to be near the air. However, you catch a sight of a group of people in short distance to the southwest. Spot those people too, yes? Perhaps they've seen something. Come on. Let's hope they're friendly. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask about Ghoul Ja. Ja isn't here. You know the boy? Have you seen him? Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were... No offense taken. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Gulja. So he didn't come this way. Where in the world could he be? I do not know your voice. Who are you to Gulja, and why do you search for him? I'm family. Though we're not related by blood, his father is my brother. I've only met Gulja, and we haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I want the chance to explain. His father's your brother. And that means you're... Yes, I'm Lamont, Val Resolve of Tuliola. And I've journeyed here to bring my brother Zoljal to account for murdering our people and our father. When all is said and done, Zoljal may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I'll always consider him family. I'll always be there for him, and I want him to know that. It tears you apart to do what you must. The quivering voice tells the tale. Zoljal heads south. There he has a place that is close to a home, as he knows. Find and bear your heart to him. Should he in turn bear his heart to you, accept and respect his wishes, as Queen Sephine respects ours when she grants us a place in her realm.
Well, thank you, Sasuke. 110,000. I hope you enjoy it. Unfortunately, I will be ending here a little bit shortly. I probably might do one more quest, but yeah. But I'm glad you'll hope you'll liking and sticking around.
I will. Don't worry.
That was a long list of people too, by the way. Well, not a long one, but like a big one.
But what do you mean when you say Sephine respects your wishes? Out of concern for our well-being, Her Majesty has urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, she granted us necessary supplies to make our home here. And since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare.
That sounds like Sephine, all right. Well, thanks for telling me about Guroja. I'll find him, and then we'll have a good talk.
We continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. Some aspects I do love that the mini map up there will rotate with me, but other aspects, like when I'm on this map, it does become a little confusing. So whoa. Whoa. It's a town. And half of it is submerged. The architecture looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Charlian. Yeah. Ah, there he is, among the ruins. I only caught a glimpse. There's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'd be a disaster if the building collapsed while he's inside. miss my garbs. Down, drowned vestige. I heard his song for a moment before he disappeared behind a building. But I'm pretty sure Ghoul Zhao is headed for the south. I'll contact Alize on Link Pearl and let her know to join us. Whoa, what the hell was that? Is that like a face, or was that... No, that just looks like something that just always happens there. The area where the canals and debris make it hard to get a good view. Let's split up and search. You can head to the canals. I'll make my way through the streets. When we find Gulja, let's watch from a distance until he gets to his destination. We don't want to startle him and cause an accident. If okay, Gulja, follow him quietly without being noticed. Another one of these missions, eh? Follow Gulja from safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed or if you fall too far behind. If you fail to complete the objective, you may try again from surveying the designated location.
He's come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
On such short legs.
What's here, I wonder? So he's looking after those little ones.
No, he's gonna eat them.
Gululja.
Not another step!
What? A sentry?
Run, Gululja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gululja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith!
But... I want to get to know her too.
Oh, that little tyke.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots. But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend.
Otis?
When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you?
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
You're Captain of the Knights?
Been functioning for nearly 400 years? Seems different from other machines. What's your story?
And there I thought it was Gululja with whom you wished to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane. But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
All right, all right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
So, for my new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring the ingredients for our repast. After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. But happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients did you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. The people of the outskirts should be willing to share the harvest. If you and Guljar could go and speak with them. Sure, I'll ask for cast-offs too, as usual. As for Jose, I'll be obliged if you could procure some wall back meat. The creatures could be found gazing at the slops outside of town. As beef is less readily available, their flesh makes for a good substitute. That of the younger ones especially, as if more tender and less gamey. Consider it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it. Thank you kindly. In the meantime, I shall see to other preparations. Let me go about attuning to this area. I think I'll just wrap up the stream after I finish with this mission. We're gonna be fine that. What's this? Am I to understand that you have already procured the meat? Good heavens, you have! And such a choice cut it is besides. 'Tis plain you know how to handle yourself in battle. Where 400 years ago I would have recruited you to the Royal Knights. You know what? We'll do this mission, then we'll call it so I get the headgear. Once Alze brings her portion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Indeed, I expect there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folks of the Earth Two Towns. They also appreciate a warm meal. Now, seeing as you have completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make. You exhaust our supplies of kindling electrope, and I should be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the old kingdom, electrope rations were issued to every citizen, while small fragments may still be found here and there. If you can obtain 5 pieces, say, at least one ought to be what we require. That is, the kind that converts lightning to fire. Gorjar can identify them by the circuitry, so pray take them to him. The boy has become quite drift at discerning electrope types, and in a very short time, I might add. Now off you go, and happy forging! It's like, how do I get up there? This is how I get up there. I take the fucking bridge. I wonder if we just use magic in front of him, like, hey, like, Alize's a red mage, so she could use a fire skill, so it's like... Find the fire, find the fire. Find the fire. Oh, it says you have electro for me? Wow, you found a lot. Let's see. This one creates wind, this one's for water. It's just like that. I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I'll bet he gets it from his father. This converts to fire. It absorbs lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a fire easily. Thank you, Andy. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for a response. You have done your part, and now I shall do mine. Bid you relax, my friends. The meal will soon be served. We're going to assume this will still be talked. This is the kind of thing families do, Gulcha. Have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. It's mostly the head of resolve, and I doing the talking, though. Konan and the head of reason occasionally joined in, and Zolja spoken when he was spoken to. You said that you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? Oh no, both of our father. He's what people call blessed siblings, a Mulja with two heads. Zolja is his true-born child, while Kona and I are adopted and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less a family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. The head of resolve taught me that. Family. Do you have someone like that too? Person you think is family even though you don't share the same blood? Are you talking to me? Because hells yeah, Alzan. That's a good question. Alphano and Alzan are little bro and little sis for me, so. What about you? Fuck you! Fuck you if you pick this one! I'd like to meet them one day. Well, you met one of them, so. So, Gulcha, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Won't you tell me about yourself? You really want to know about me? I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate, anything and everything. I want to know all about you too. That reminds me, we were hoping to hear your story too, Otis. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that'll be long in recounting. His voice reminds me of Uncle Baron from Final Fantasy 16. R.I.P. big guy. I was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. We're talking hundreds of years prior to Calamity, right? Indeed. Earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form. 54 years ago, to be precise. Then, you used to be a normal person? Oh, yes. I was once flesh and blood like you, and I proudly served as a knight of Alexandria. So rather than a machine that believes like a person, you were, or an actual person. How is that possible? 'Tis only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. The foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, it was their majesties, the king and queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over electropes. Thus was our kingdom drawn into a war with its neighbor. Ah, here we go. Because remember, that's what Wook Lamont brought up, that whole, like, oh, we would have been fighting about this if we were there. So yes, and that's something that Safine knew. That war was a catalyst of the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, and the king and queen among them. For blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to the people of those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that, at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. Oh, tragic. Aye, nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still, for Her Majesty was on her deathbed. The kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul. Ah, and that's why they don't want to stop this, is because that's not her body, but her soul is in there. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief had always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the people of Electrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. Oh, yeah, so this is how it all started. It took many more years of research to make this possible, but which time I had become a gray old man. With my days numbered, I too did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel. And by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who were recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, the queen that you brought back to life. It won't be Saphine, would it? Saphine, would it? Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well. My description of her boundless kindship must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess. Not since assuming my current form. Or want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Yeah, I knew there was something more to her. Alright, who's watching? Oh no, it's just panning up to emphasis. The Endless. So this time Sven wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. 'Tis a merely difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of the departed soul, an Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? Can have gone noticed that Saphine is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees the queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. Great, we're gonna have to take down both these guys. Are there Endless apart from yourselves? While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited to in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Oh, is that the whole process of the cloud, is to like keep making them endless and stuff like that? Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different. How? While I do not understand the finer points, my life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me. Much like being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. An endless unchanging life? I can't help but be reminded of Ea. Yep. Did Chichu and the others know about all this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'm pretty surprised that they didn't. For now, let's share what we've learned with Cryon Raha. I can't help but have misgivings about this. Meanwhile, oh, so is that what happened to his mother then too? She's actually in that machine.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend.
Good gods.
Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
Yep. Nope. She's exactly as
I really
Otis
don't.
is.
It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Huh? Ellen Nespia?
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
This cannot be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's exactly
The
that.
memories of the departed are taken away. No.
Nespia, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
Yep. Yep. I figured. Ooh, oh, I'm gonna have to get rid of this shit. Fuck, I'm gonna have to start getting rid of some of this stuff. Or at least put it in for, glamour. At a crossroads. Ooh. There's some good shit happening. Good shit. But alright guys, that's gonna have to do it for this stream of Final Fantasy XIV. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how much we have left in terms of MSQs. I know we have a good amount from here still. So we have 7 from the next section. Yeah. So there's only, like, we're in the second to last
section of the game. So like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 sections, and we're in the 5th one right now. So there's 7 in that one, and we're at a crossroads. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is 12. So we have 19 left. We have 19 MSQ quests left, which is not a lot. So yeah, we might be done with this in 2 more streams. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, guys, again, thank you all so much for watching this stream. Whether you watch it live or archived here on YouTube, I'll be back streaming on Tuesday with some Black Myth Wukong. Very excited for that game too. Can't wait to get back into that game. Haven't played that one for a week. But yeah, so yep, and I'm done with Elden Ring. So now it's only going to be 14 and Black Myth are the only games I'll be streaming for now. I don't know. There might be a game coming out later this year that I might stream or not. Or I don't know. I talked about that at the end of the Elden Ring stream. But all right, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday with some more Black Myth Wukong. I'll see you guys on Thursday with some more Final Fantasy XIV. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good rest of your day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.